Remember that each variable is a container that holds a value, and variables are required if you want to reuse some values in the future. We have just seen that you can create values directly in the console of the browser, but it doesn't lead to creation of the variables, and you are not able to reuse those values. Each variable has name, and process of variable creation is called variable declaration. And in JavaScript, you should use special reserved keywords for variables declaration. And there are three of them: var, let, and const. Let and const were introduced in ES6 or in ECMAScript 2015, and var was in JavaScript from the very beginning. If you have declared any variable using those special keywords var, let, or const, you can then perform variable assignment and assign specific value to the variable. And this can happen in two different places in your code. Let's look at the examples. Here on the first line and second line, we declare variables. On the first line, we declare variable using let keyword, and name of the variable is a. Notice semicolon at the end. Semicolon is required here because this line is called statement. Statements in JavaScript perform certain action, and in this case, we create new variable in the memory. On the second line, we use another keyword var and create new variable b, and again we use semicolon because that is a statement. On the next line, we perform simultaneously variable declaration and assignment, and now we use const keyword for that. We create new variable c and then use equal operator and assign using this operator value 10 to the newly declared variable c. And again, we use semicolon at the end of the line. And on the last line, we perform only variable assignment, and we assign value to the variable that was declared before, and that is variable b that was declared on the line 2. With var and let, it is possible. We can first declare variable and only then, later, assign value to it. With const, it's not possible. Each time when you declare variable using const, you must assign value to it. Last line in this example, b equal true, is called expression, not statement. But I have added here semicolon. And when you do like this, you create expression statement. You turn expression into expression statement. No worries, we will talk about difference between expressions and statements very soon. But for now, remember that variable declarations are statements in JavaScript. They perform specific action in the memory. And assignment of the value is expression. Okay, one difference is already clear for you. With const, you need to perform declaration and assignment always in one line. With let and var, it's possible to do in separate places. Let's look at one more difference. In this example on the left, you see that we create two variables a and b, and a is created using let keyword, and it is immediately assigned value 10. And on the next line, we perform value reassignment. We reassign new value 20 to already created variable a. And with let, it's possible. We will not get any error. Same with var. On the third line, we declare variable b and assign value true to it. And on the last line, we reassign value of the variable b. And finally, its value will be false. Let's now look at the right example with const. On the first line, we declare and assign value to the variable a. And on the next line, we try to perform reassignment of the variable a. We want to assign value 20 to it. But with const, it's not possible, and you will immediately get type error assignment to the constant variable. So with let and var, you are able to reassign value of the variable, but with const, it is not possible. And that is the most important difference between const and var or let. So, if you create variable with const, you cannot reassign value of this variable. But what about differences between var and let? You see from this example and from previous examples that variables declared using var and let behave almost the same. But there are differences between var and let. And later on in the course, we will discuss those differences. Especially, we will discuss differences between var, let, and const in the section called Variables Lifecycles. And in that section, we will perform deep dive into what happens under the hood when you create variables using var, let, or const. For now, you should keep in mind two following principles. With var and let, you can declare a variable and later on assign value to it. With const, it's not possible. You must declare a variable and assign value to it on one line of code. And second difference is that with var and let, you can reassign values to the variables. But with const, it's not possible. If you will try to reassign value to the variable declared with const, you will get type error assignment to constant variable. Okay, it was a long speech, but I wanted to make you clearly understand difference between var let and const. Let's look at the final example in this lecture. Here it is. Using this short example, let's examine process of variable declaration and variable assignment. If you will try to access variable a in this example, for example, log its value to the console, and if you perform this action before variable is declared, you will get reference error a is not defined. If you declare a variable but not yet assign value to it, in this example we use let keyword, variable becomes declared. And if we will try to log value of the a to the console now, we will get undefined. Remember that undefined is system value, and mostly it is assigned automatically. And that is an example of it. We have not assigned this undefined value to the variable a. As soon as variable a was declared, it got internal value undefined. And if you assign value to the variable a, in this example we assign value true to the variable a, and after that try to log to the console value of the variable a, you will get finally true. Because now variable a is declared and assigned. There are two takeaways from this example. First, if you will try to access a variable before its actual declaration in the code, you will get reference error, variable is not defined. And that is true for let and const. With var, it's possible, and we will talk about that later on. Second takeaway is that when you declare variable but not assign value to it, its value will be internally set as undefined. Okay, now we are finally ready to dive into coding and try variable declaration and assignment in action. See you in the next lecture. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Link to the next video in the current section you will find here. Link to the playlist for the current section you will find here. See you in the next videos. Bye-bye.